On the first day of the Advent calendar, I talked about Second Hand. After they regrouped and released an album under the name Chillum, they disbanded under not so good circumstances. Keyboardist Ken Elliott would find himself composing advertisement jingles. But what would result from a pub meeting between two musicians that were at odds with each other? Let's find out. Drummer of Second Hand and Chillum, Kieran O'Connor proposed the idea of a synth and drum album to Ken Elliott. They began working as session musicians by day to work out their album in the studio at night. The name Seventh Wave came from the book and movie adaptation of Papillon, which claimed that the seventh wave on the sea was always the biggest. Seventh Wave's first effort, Things to Come, was released in April of 1972 by the independent label Gull. It consisted of 14 tracks that went back and forth between more traditional prog songs and synth instrumentals. The album sold well enough to get the green light for a second album called Sci-Fi, released in August of 1975. Sci-Fi was more of a band effort. Elliott would bring back his brother Rob on vocals from Second Hand, and even Hugh Banton from Vandergraaf Generator made an appearance to contribute keyboards. Sci-Fi consisted of a more cohesive direction and is probably more accessible than the first album. Seventh Wave was getting traction on US radio but failed to do a promotional tour at the right time, eventually leading to the departure of O'Connor. Peter Gabriel was at one point interested in using Seventh Wave as a backing group, but O'Connor failed to show up for the rehearsals. Ken Elliott would return to composing jingles and writing music for TV. Between the two albums, it is difficult to choose which is better. They both have their strengths, but Sci-Fi is probably regarded as the better effort. Either way, you can't go wrong, and I recommend giving them both a listen. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be here tomorrow.